How's everyone doing? We are 1 week removed from WrestleMania 34, and but right now I am here to talk about the Superstar Shakeup, which starts tomorrow with Monday Night Raw, and it will continue through SmackDown up until SmackDown, and there will also be some NXT superstars called up to the main roster. And after that, we'll have an idea of what's to come at the greatest Royal Rumble, which is going to take place in Saudi Arabia. One thing that we do know is that for the greatest Royal Rumble is that there's going to be a ladder match for the Intercontinental title against with Seth Rollins defending his title against Finn Balor, The Miz, and Samoa Joe. And we also know that Sheamus and Cesaro are getting their rematch for the WWE Tag Team titles at the Greatest Royal Rumble for the vacant Tag Team titles, and we'll see who's gonna face them tomorrow. We're gonna find out. And there's also gonna be a steel cage match against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar with the Universal title on the line. And right there was what we'll find out what's to come in the coming year, because the shakeup is just gonna give us an idea of what's to come at the Greatest Royal Rumble. But then at the Greatest Royal Rumble, everything is going to conclude on where the titles end up if champions are traded. If the champions are traded, because everybody whether they have a championship or not, whether it's the Raw or SmackDown titles, everybody's eligible for the shakeup, and they can be traded to different brands. We also saw Monday Night Raw, which I think was one of the biggest. It was the return of Bobby Lashley. He came back after 11 years. After 11 years of being away from the company. Now, Bobby Lashley, one thing that we're going to see for sure is Bobby Lashley feud with Brock Lesnar, because they've been trying to push for that to happen in both professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. But they could never reach an agreement But now that Bobby Lashley has signed with WWE, we can see it happen. Because it's something that everybody has been wanting to see. I've been wanting to see it. But I think that Bobby Lashley, now that he's back in WWE, I think he could at least win the Universal title. But I think he should win the WWE Championship, because he should be the first ever African American WWE Champion. Well, I think it's something that he could have done 11 years ago against John Cena. He could have taken that title from John Cena. And if he wins the WWE Championship, that is history right there. History will be made, and a lot of people will be so shocked that they're going to have to see it to believe it. With Bobby Lashley as WWE Championship. So I'm hoping that he wins the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley, this time with WWE. Because TNA Impact used him, and he held the world title. So now that WWE has Bobby Lashley, and that TNA did something with him, the WWE will be crazy not to use him in holding the WWE Championship. I think it's just something that should be done. It should have been done a long time ago. But I guess we'll see what happens as time goes by. But by tomorrow we'll have an idea. But after the Greatest Royal Rumble, we'll have an idea of where the WWE is headed. All three, which is Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And that's when we'll have an idea of everything. And I guess tomorrow, tune into Monday Night Raw tomorrow, and then SmackDown on Tuesday, and then NXT on Wednesday, because NXT is pretty good. And some people even like it better than WWE. So I guess tomorrow, in this coming week, we'll find out. And the Greatest Royal Rumble takes place a week from Friday. And I guess we'll see who also wins the biggest Royal Rumble, and who retains their titles and who loses their titles. And I guess that's when we'll know what's to come in this coming year.